everybody. Welcome to Death Battle Cast. You may notice I'm not Ben. Ben couldn't be here today, but he's fine, I think. Anyway, I'm Chad. I'm the voice of Boomstick. Joining me this week, we have Liam.
Yo, what's up? Hey, everybody.
There he is.
What's going
Perfect.
on?
We've got Billy. Yeah, I'm nailing these backwards corners right now.
Yep, that's pretty good, actually.
And we have a very special guest today, and that is Grayson Watkins from Hang Time.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
So if some of you are like, wait, I know who Grayson is, but why is it Hang Time? You missed some big news. Game Attack rebranded to Hang Time.
We did indeed.
Yeah, we can talk about that a little bit later. But if you guys follow Hang Time, I'll like pop into their chat all the time and mess with them. Grayson and I have a really great relationship. I'm either supporting him.
Fantastic one.
Yeah, I'm either supporting you or I'm putting you through hell or encouraging other people to put you through hell.
Oh, you mean like locking me and Gad out of hell for 8 hours? Yeah, you can say we have a great relationship, Chad.
How do you lock someone in a video game for 8 hours?
Well, they were doing a
That
scavenger hunt, and if you donated 5 subs, when someone just completed a thing, they would have to redo it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was find an F word in a video game. So and so the scavenger hunt is like literally they can pull up any game they can think of to find whatever their criteria is, right?
Yeah.
And so it was find an F word in a video game. And Grayson was like, I know for a fact that somewhere in the intro to Get Out of Hell, so they say the F word.
Right.
So it turns out it was a minute and how long in, Gray?
It was a minute and I think 32 seconds into the game. They drop an F-bomb.
And so he's watching this for a minute and 32 seconds. And then I was like, the second he finished it, I was like, 5 subs. And then he's like,
I want to bring something else up. Okay. I was winning the scavenger hunt. It's the first time I had ever gotten in the lead in a scavenger hunt because it was about video games and I knew a lot of stuff about video games. And then lo and behold, here comes Chad James in to just create chaos and lock me in to Get Out of Hell for 8 hours.
How much money?
I don't even know what the rest of the game is. I've never even played the rest of the game. I've put 8 hours in, but I don't know what you do in it. So, whatever.
Yeah, he was like, I'll do it again, whatever. And then I was like, all right, chat,
5 subs.
all of us together, let's make a pact right now. Grayson never leaves Get Out of Hell. And so for the entirety of the rest of the stream, he was stuck watching the first minute and 32 seconds of Get Out of Hell over and over again.
You see, everybody gets a real big laugh out of it except for me. And then, like, the best thing is that somebody doesn't like to just leave it or leave it alone. They just come in and constantly bring it up. Chad James. I'm not saying that.
I would probably start crying after a certain bit if I had to watch the same minute and 30 seconds of a cutscene for 8 hours. I would probably like cry and puke and shit my pants.
He got to get used to it. He made me rewatch.
He becomes like a comforting friend in your loneliness. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, he got me back at
That's very Count of Monte Cristo.
We did a stream and the chat made me watch the dance scene from Legend of Chun-Li about like a million times. So
which one do you think is worse though? Like, let's be honest. At least
I didn't have to do it for 8 hours. So yours works.
Yeah, exactly. So you make it seem like I got payback, but I really didn't.
I don't know.
Like they kind of went easy on you on that night.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so I was hanging out in Hang Time's chat the other day, and they were debating cereal mascots, and I was like, oh, like, and so I just started dropping some knowledge. We had some fun conversations, and then I was like, Grayson, you should come on Death Battle Cast. And because this is what we do, and he was having some fun with it, so he was like, "I'm there," so he's here.
I kind of felt bad for you because you were in there, and it's like, "Oh no, you're off work, so I don't want to pull that up." But you walked right in whenever I was talking about how swole Tony the Tiger was, and how he could probably take anybody. And then I brought up the Sugar Smack Frog.
How fucking hot Tony the Tiger was, he would walk in.
It's so weird. It's like he has a radar. It's weird. Like I say Tony the Tiger, and Chad's like, hold on just a second, I'll be right back. I gotta go hop in there real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where it all started. And then Chad was like, yo, let me talk about Captain Crunch Dough. And then it went on for 2 hours. Like, it was crazy.
They're all well aware. We can't go back down that dark place for me. But Grayson's a huge horror fan, as well as a fan of video games and stuff like that. But I was like, Grayson, of all the things, like, what do you know more than anything like the back of your hand? And he was like, horror. And so we thought that today for Death Battle Cast, we would be debating Freddy versus Jason officially from us, I guess. No, because they've done it in movies, right? So
they did it in a movie, all right.
Yeah.
It was called Freddy versus Jason.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was called the Great Battle, is what they called it. It was a great movie.
So we're gonna debate it today. Liam will be representing Jason, and Grayson will be representing Freddy. As always, the conversation doesn't just stop there. The jury consists of it'll be myself, Billy, and you guys in the chat. And also, I think we didn't have this poll up on Twitter, so Sam, I think, is going to pull some stuff from the chat. So, as always, I have the chat open. If you guys want to contribute, that would be great. So, I guess we better get right into it. So, who wants to go first? Liam, do you want to go first?
Nope.
I mean,
No?
I'll go first. I'll take
There
it.
you go.
First.
All right, cool. Let's go first. The opening statements are going to be 60 seconds on Grayson.
Okay, so here's where I'm coming at with Freddy. All right, I know there was already a movie that came out. Let's just throw the movie out there. Let's just throw it out. Just throw it out. Don't even worry about that. Freddy can literally do anything he wants within the dream realm. And I understand that Jason probably won't go into a dream. That's cool. But Freddy can also possess people to make somebody go into the dream world. So you can actually take over somebody's body and then take this monster into that world with you. Now, in order for Freddy's powers to be fully activated, they have to be afraid of him, but he could still use them. So what he would do to counteract that is the amount of intelligence that he has. He would end up outsmarting Jason to the point where he would just beat him to a bloody pulp. And that would pretty much be all there was. Freddy has super strength. He could transform into anything he wants, telekinesis, and he can regenerate. So anything that Jason does to him doesn't really affect him. So overall, I don't think there's even a chance of Jason even taking on Freddy. End all be all. Done.
All right. End all be all.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting. All bullshit. My turn now. Jason, of course you would say that we're going to ignore Freddy versus Jason, the movie, the canon movie, which is canonically, it is not like some non-canon schlock shit. It is an actual movie in those two franchises. And guess who wins at the end? Guess who fucking wins? That's right. Jason fucking wins. And then there's a reason why. Because Freddy's powers rely on you being in the dream world. Oh, Freddy can possess people. Jason can possess people too. That right? That's from Jason Goes to Hell or some shit.
The
like
weird
that.
worm thing.
You are correct.
The worm thing, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason, just so much stronger, so much tougher. He's just invincible. He can't die. He can teleport. He is an unbeatable mass of fucking death. Freddy could lay into him all he wants, and it just will not matter, because at the end, Jason is just going to rip his fucking head off. Just like in the movie.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
That's impressive. You got some heat on that one. I like that.
Yeah, great.
Added a little Tabasco sauce to that.
Ooh.
Some
Yeah.
some cayenne.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the right kind
Liam
of
is
heat.
definitely the toughest person to debate on this show.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's bad because like I'm such a big fan of both characters, and I'm listening to them. I'm like, you get it.
Like, yeah.
I tear it up. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, well,
Well-
I love that. First of all, Liam, in your argument, you said Jason, no matter what, he can't die. But then there's also Jason Goes to Hell, and he got turned
Yeah.
into the worm thing. So I'm pretty sure he died, right?
He's. I mean,
was that the
Jason's-
last movie? I don't think so.
No.
But that's the
I don't
thing. It
think
gets
so.
retconned. It gets retconned, and then it doesn't exist, and it goes to different publishers, and like it's all over the world. I mean,
He
Jason
went to
has died.
space.
Jason has died. Like
He has died in the past, but not since his Necronomicon powers, where he can't die.
Yeah. I mean, you are right. They do find a Necronomicon in that, but then they completely throw it out, and it doesn't even matter. So,
Yeah.
And then he's in space.
I mean, yeah, and then he
he's
goes
in
to space for
space.
no reason. So they're just
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what? We need to do something with Jason. Let's just throw him
And
out
we
in
get the
space. And let him
best,
blow
we
up
get
an
the
entire
best
planet.
serial killer kill
Mhm.
of all time, which is the face in the liquid nitrogen, right?
Yes.
That's probably that's a good
no,
one.
the best kill
I mean,
in
it's-
all. No, the
It's
best
the
kill
sleeping bags.
is the,
The
sleeping bags.
is good
You
too. Yeah,
cannot.
and Jason X. Oh yeah.
Oh, you cannot. You
Oh, yeah.
absolutely cannot beat that. Like, hey, do you want to do some drug, or you want what is it? You want to smoke some pot or have sex? We love premarital
Yes,
sex. It's
yeah.
just like the really tropey like horror things, and they're just entertaining him in the simulation. And the cut back is so good because somebody comes in and like asks like, how's he doing in there? And it just cuts to because one of the girls had gotten in the sleeping bag, and he has this now girl in the sleeping bag, beating the other girl to death with this girl in the bag.
I love the dialogue that's in there. They're just like, "Oh no, stop!" That's all you hear. They're not screaming. They're just more like just angry at what's happening. It's awesome. The best part of that scene for me is the cloud that comes over Jason's head whenever they're talking about it. Like that's my favorite part.
Hell yeah! Or when the dude falls onto the corkscrew, and then they clearly just green screen him laying flat on his back, so he's completely stiff, and then he spins all the way down, and then someone goes, "He's screwed."
Yeah. I think his name's like Kicker. He's like
it's a James Bond.
Yeah.
Jason X is my favorite Jason movie because it's so bad.
I'm with you. Like I will watch Jason X any day of the week. I love that movie. It's so much fun.
I've never seen it. But I really want to watch all of those movies at some point.
You should.
They all look
They're a lot of
hilarious.
fun. Oh, they are.
All right.
Like,
speaking of Jason X, is it a plus or minus that Freddy's never gone to space? Because I feel like that's a
exactly good point.
Minus in his repertoire of horror.
I mean,
but in the dream world, I'm sure he's been to space like a million times.
I don't know if he's actually. I don't think he's ever. It's never been shown to my knowledge, unless he did it in a comic that I don't know about, or in the Freddy's Nightmares TV show. Which, Freddy was in his own TV show. It wasn't just called Friday the 13th, and he never shows up in, by the way. Just throw that out there. But yeah, as far as I know, if he hasn't been to space, I mean, going to space, you pretty much kill your franchise if you really think about it.
It's true. And I mean, I suppose
that's a
he'd just be
plus.
entering the dreams of someone who's in space, not really going to space himself.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good point. I like where that's going. That's a good point. I mean, Freddy just, it's the intelligence, man. Like, Freddy's super strong, and he has intelligence, and he can't die. Like, okay, let me just throw this out here. Freddy dies and is literally brought back to life in part 4 by a dog pissing fire.
Sorry.
I just want to throw that out there.
Wait, really?
I just want to.
Yeah.
Yes, in part 4, in a junkyard. A dog shows up, he's fire, and that brings Freddy back.
I wasn't sure, because when you say dog pissing fire, that could be a dog pissing fire, or it could be a dog pissing fire, like a fire that pisses dog.
I
wasn't sure which one of those
both.
was weird.
Hey,
at first I was like, well, obviously the dog pissing, obviously the second one is weirder, but then I thought about it and I was like, actually, I really don't know which one makes less sense.
I mean, that was a very compelling argument for me. That is definitely swaying me over to Freddy's side. I just want to let you know.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. First off, neither of them can die. Jason can't die either. And you can say that Freddy is as intelligent as he wants to be, but he gets fucking owned by high schoolers in every movie, right? And so does Jason, but Jason is not some fucking Rhodes Scholar, right? Freddy is the one that's clever, but Freddy is like, he's just some serial killer from the Midwest. Like he isn't like that. He isn't that smart, and he gets fooled and tricked and defeated by regular kids as well. So I don't see that as being a big advantage. It also really didn't help him that much in his fight with Jason in Freddy versus Jason. It kind of initiated the events, but then once shit started to get going, Jason basically kind of just went, no, fuck you, and I'm just gonna kill you. So
that's not necessarily true. I mean,
the movie walks out. He walks out with Freddy's head and holding the thing, and I know it's kind of what's opera doc thing, but like still, one of them won.
You talking about the same movie to where Jason is supposedly afraid of water, but yet walks out of water that has no effect on him? We talking about that?
Exactly. He overcame his fear. It's like Vertigo. It's like the end of Vertigo when he's like,
anymore. That's not bad. Hey, that's a great take. That's a great take. Like, that's good. I don't mind that at all. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, I'll give you that.
Buddy Biggs in the chat said Jason get turned into his 10-year-old self in Manhattan after he got washed up by toxic waste.
True story. In the sewers of New York, that is true. He gets hit with toxic waste. He gets hit with toxic waste, and he turns into a child for reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can confirm that the toxic waste in New York is that bad. It has dark magical qualities.
I don't know. That sounds like some Fountain of Youth shit.
Yeah. So what happens after that? Don't know.
So Freddy then could just possess him, put him in the dream world, and put him into toxic waste, and then he'd be a child.
Well, like Freddy, here's the thing also is like in the dream world, Freddy can become anybody he wants as well. And he can summon anybody he wants. Like he can have all these illusions and stuff show up. All he would have to do is just constantly have Jason's mom keep showing up. And
Oh, that's
Jason
a
would be
good
like,
point.
what? Oh, that's mom. And then Freddy would just wreck shop on him.
But
Is
isn't that what he
anything
did in the
you do to him in
movie?
the dream world?
Isn't that what he did in the
kind
movie?
of-
And then Jason was like, rah.
No, that actually kicks off the movie. He turns
Yeah, I know.
into Jason's mom and then sends him after him. And then
Right,
he
but
doesn't
then-
really turn into him again.
Isn't there that dream sequence where Jason fights Freddy? I know he's like, I remember Jason being pinballed around.
If I remember,
Right.
that's because he was pissed off at him at that point, so he was no longer trying to do the subterfuge stuff. He was just
Mm-hmm.
angry that he stole one of his kills,
Mm.
so he was going straight
Yeah.
after him at that point.
Hey gang, I'm here today to tell you about Dadgrass, which is a company that will send you what appears to be a marijuana joint, but it is not. It is hemp, and I will tell you right now that all Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and up and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Whether you're looking for a new buzz or a chill way to enjoy an old favorite, Dadgrass will leave you in a euphoric mood. So yeah, Dadgrass is a company, like I just said. They also do, the tinctures and stuff, and they send you some CBD stuff that is extra awesome and very good for chilling out and relaxing. And yeah, it's dope. It's 100% organic, and the pre-roll joints are very low THC and very high CBD, so you can enjoy the effects of CBD while keeping your head nice and clear, so you can still, do stuff like podcasts or, whatever you do in your afternoons like me. So, want a toke without a smoke? Dadgrass also does the CBD tinctures, which are wonderful. If you notice, this bottle is nowhere near close to full. I wonder why that is. And yeah, it's been great. I like the product quite a bit. I can fully put, my opinion behind it, that this is some good dope shit. Hopefully they don't care that I did a swear. And yeah, it's awesome. So right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/cast. So do that. Go to dadgrass.com/cast for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/cast. Go check it out. It's super cool. It is buck wild that they'll just send you this in the mail, but it's legal and dope. So give it a shout.
Because the whole thing of Freddy versus Jason was they were trying to get people to be scared of Freddy again so that Freddy could get his powers back so that he could come in and do it. So he wanted to get that kill and get the glory of it so people would be like, oh my God, Freddy's killing people again. And then that's why he brings Jason. Yeah. And then he brings Jason into the world to be like, hey, I brought you there to go do this, and now you're basically betraying me. But yeah.
And Jason's meanwhile is like,
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I mean, it keeps going back to like, I know like Freddy, they can technically, I guess, die, but like Jason is just a zombie. So Freddy could literally cut him into different people or cut him into different pieces and then go and bury all those pieces by possessing somebody and then be like, all right, I'm going back to the dream world. See you later. And then it's done.
But could he cut him into pieces? Is Freddy strong enough to cut him into pieces? Just taking a look here at the Discord in case Brian wants to share this image that I just shared. Jason has survived falling from orbit and
That's a Jason
smashing
X comment.
into the planet in a gigantic fucking meteor in a fucking crater. Yeah, look at that. Oh boy.
Is that
golly.
Uber Jason? Are we counting Uber Jason?
It's just okay. Oh, and you might say that's not fair. Uber Jason and Jason fought, and they were even. I think Jason, like regular Jason, eventually loses, but it's not like some big stomp. It's just like a little bit. Like one of them gets slightly upper hand. So they're at about the same. Say at least in terms of physical ability, they're at about the same level.
Well, Buddy Big says there's a comic where Freddy became the entire universe.
I mean,
yeah, well, did he have some shit like, oh yeah, I became the fucking universe in my comic that I just wrote right now in my brain. So yeah, I'm sure that Freddy, I'm sure has had like power ups where he's gotten like the Necronomicon or something like that. I think that's probably.
Well, he has, yeah. In Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, like the Necronomicon shows up and they go against each other. But then again, you have Ash who's in there who is just a human. Granted, he's a very lucky human, but he goes toe to toe with both of them and lives. So
yeah, well, Ash is a billion times like fucking. Oh my god!
I know. I get you. I'm picking up your throne now, big dog. But we're off the topic. Whenever it comes back to it, you always have to go back to whenever you are in the dream world, which I know it'll be hard to get Jason into the dream world, but it can happen. The amount of powers that Freddy can have inside of that world would probably outpower what Jason could do. Now, granted, I've seen Jason do crazy stuff. There's a comic to where he grabs a helicopter blade and swings it around, which I always thought helicopter blades were like 80 pounds. Apparently those things are like 200 pounds. He just swings it around like it's nothing. I get it. Completely understand all of that. But Freddy could take that and be like, okay, regenerate back to where he was and just be like, I'm not falling for that again, and just outlast Jason. Plus, he could find out if Jason did have a fear, he could find it out.
Also, I want to drop some stuff because some people are like, well, if Uber Jason counts, then I might change my vote. All right, well, here's the thing. Uber Jason apparently is very clearly a different character. And Buddy Biggs jumped on you immediately, Liam, and saying that Uber Jason beat the ever-living hell out of 2 normal zombie Jasons. However that works out.
I don't know about that. I think Buddy Biggs might be wrong about that. I was trying to think of like a metaphor for being wrong. That's not fucking true. I've seen that comic. I have seen that comic. It is not some like insta kill, like I am demolishing you. No, it is
But there's
it is
2 of
close
them.
enough that you could scale. It is for sure.
So
But
let me ask
Also,
this.
Brian, could you share the image that I just put there? Because I think can Freddy do this? Because I don't think he can do this, and I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to do.
Freddy can probably do
about
anything in the
this.
dream world, but anyway.
This is some pretty insane shit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, I can counter that right now. I can counter it right now. I could actually
Jason
counter it in
has to
2
resolve the
ways.
Death by fucking
shopping cart.
liquefaction.
Is that from Freddy versus Jason versus Ash?
I have no. Dude, I have no
I think
fucking
it is.
idea.
With the cuts on his mask, I think it is. But I can counter that actually.
Okay. All right.
And I do believe it's Nightmare on Elm Street 5. He actually takes a character into a comic book world, turns into a superhero, and then cuts the person into like, he turns them into like a comic book panel. So he literally turned a person into paper and then cut them. So he could turn Jason into paper and just slowly cut him into pieces. So
Brian, would you mind also sharing this image?
That's pretty good.
Because this one I think really sells. This one really I think sells the sells the full story here. Yeah. So there you go. So what the fuck is? Yeah, Freddy's gonna be like, I'm gonna turn you into a comic book, and then Jason goes, your head goes out your butt. Boom.
and then Freddy just regenerates again. Like
if my head traveled out my ass, I would not want to regenerate. I would be like, GG. We're not.
but like you gotta think it's Freddy. He would probably turn it into a.
I'm gonna need to.
He would turn it into a joke.
Can he fucking emotionally regenerate from that? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
if
yeah.
happening.
I think he would roll with that punch. Honestly, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
He for sure.
I think he'd just laugh.
Oh,
He'd probably be like,
oh.
"Oh man, what a butthead," and then he'd like look at the screen or something like that. Like, I get it. Like everything you're showing to a human, I'm like, yeah, but he's a dream demon, dude. Like, and the other thing that I wanted to bring up is if we're going with Uber Jason, like, wouldn't you consider Uber Jason to be its own different thing, considering
Not
he fought
fucking
Jason?
Going with Uber Jason, I am scaling regular
What?
Jason to Uber Jason.
But can you really
Lordy.
do that? Can you do that though? I don't know.
Yes. Yes, he's invincible. It's Jason we're talking
I
about.
mean, if we get to
Yeah, fucking
roll
put
in-
him down.
But he
My
has been
Lord.
killed. He's been killed by a kid. I mean, Corey Feldman tore him up
And
in
so
part
has
4.
Freddy been killed by a kid.
I mean, it's
Freddy has been
it's-
killed by children like I've been killed by nobody, which means
a lot.
yeah.
It's an
Well, I
analogy,
mean,
right?
I've
I guess
been
I'll
killed
give
by
that to
nobody
you.
a lot. Every single day of my life, I'm killed by
Yeah.
nobody. So that's kind of impressive.
It was like a dream baby, but it had the help of the girl from part 4 as well, who was technically the dream master. So, I mean, they did have help. Corey Feldman just showed up,
The
shaved his
game
head, and then
master.
beat him with a machete. And then that same
that
movie,
was
I mean,
before.
Jason's
That
doing
was
some
he
wild
wasn't fully
stuff.
powered up at that point. That was.
He was pretty powerful in that movie. He twisted a
pretty powerful,
person's
but
head
he's
around with
stronger.
bare hands.
It's in part
Literally-
6, right, where he comes back. The lightning brings him back, and that's like zombie Jason.
Yeah, that's the first form of zombie Jason, because 5 was an imposter.
yeah.
I mean, it
Oh
strikes me
yeah,
that
it's that guy.
Mhm.
the big thing is down to whether the other one can get the advantage on the home turf. of their
Exactly.
opponent.
Right. In
So-
5, right? It's like it starts off because there's that guy eating the candy bar that gets
Yeah.
killed.
It starts.
It's like-
it starts
And
because
it's
of a
like
chocolate
his
bar.
son.
Somebody like it's one of the few movies I've ever watched to whenever they reveal who the character was, I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be shocked by this? And then they just kind of like, I think at the end of that movie, they show like a newspaper clipping and it's of Jason grabbing towards the camera from part 4. And I'm just like, who took this photo?
Who took the photo?
Who got that close to
they get
Jason to
his
take
camera?
a photo? Yeah, like man, somebody
it
got
turns
a
out
heck
it
of a
actually
photo.
was Jason. He's got a whole Spider-Man thing going. Like,
Jason,
Right.
you're our best reporter. How do you get these pictures of Jason?
yeah, exactly.
Need
So-
an advance.
Talking about going into the home turf, something that I've always thought about is whenever Freddy goes into home turf with Jason, since we're using Freddy versus Jason, which I get it. I mean, it's canon. I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. That was in my debate, but I understand. I'll go with that.
Okay.
If you do that in that fight, it's not like Jason is just destroying Freddy. Freddy is holding his own in Jason's home turf to the point where Freddy is winning up until somebody has to come and help Jason. He had to have a human come and help him to finish the fight because Freddy was destroying him.
That was
Like, it
only
wasn't-
because Jason was being traumatized by his newfound fear of water. Without that, he was owning
But
Freddy.
that's the thing. Freddy could like,
yeah, like
he could make
just put
he could
water.
literally
Yeah.
put water
Well,
all around him, filled
yeah.
with like
First-
10 of his mother. Like,
first
you
off,
know, like
He overcomes that fear by the end of the movie. He's no longer scared of water by the end of that movie, so it doesn't count anymore. Second off, he did say home turf, which would be Earth, where he can't manipulate reality. So I'm just saying, just adhering myself to the rules of the argument that we've
You know that
so far,
famous scene with all the women synchronized swimming and like the circles. I picture like
Berkeley
Freddy
kind of
just
thing.
makes that with Jason in the middle of that circle, and it's only like all duplicate copies of his mother.
His mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then underneath it is like
What
a
if
gigantic like buzzsaw blade that'll cut him
Freddy
into a
like
million
made
pieces.
Jason watch Freddy make out with his mother. Like Freddy creates like a Mama Voorhees, and then they're like making out, and it's like to terrify Jason.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's something that Freddy would do. I mean, he's
But then Jason would just be angered by that and just cut. He'd be like, "My mother is
he would
not like
be-
that."
who knows? Who knows what Jason would think? We don't know what he's going to go with that. He might be like, "Oh, what's this?" and just sit there and stare at it. We don't know. Jason's
See-
a wild card,
Here's the thing. The thing about Freddy is like Freddy is actually like ludicrously powerful. If he gets somebody
Yes.
in the dream world, he could kill all these people instantly if he wanted to. He just never does because it's like I need to fuck with them, and it's a
he's just
movie.
fucking around.
Like yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah, he turned somebody into a roach, put them in a roach house, and then squished them. Like, he's turned into a worm. He's become he's used like D&D powers. Like he's become he stopped wizards. Like he's fought people who understand they can control the dream and still beat them. And then whenever they do beat him, he's just like, "Yo, I'll be back later. See, like I'll just wait for my dream demons to be like, "Yo, Freddy, what it do? Come on back." And he just comes right back.
Do you think he just like hangs out in people's dreams, learning this random shit to torture them with? Like, where does he
Probably.
pick up D&D knowledge?
I don't know. Like, I think it's just because, like, whenever they come into his world, he can just kind of like, I would see it as like he just downloads them. He's like, okay, I'm in your dream, so I'm in your brain, so I know what you like, and then I'll just use it against you.
I'm looking at the fight between Freddy and Jason in Freddy's dream world, and Jason is fucking kicking his ass. Like
Is he
he's
though?
like tanking every single hit. Like, yeah, Freddy drops some shit on him, and he's just like, no,
Uh-huh.
and then he picks him up and like fucks him up. It only ends when the water comes in, where it's like
Uh-huh.
Jason's like, I'm scared of water, and Freddy's like, then I'll throw water in because I'm a little baby. But again, Freddy or Jason not scared of water by the end of that movie. Only for that, he overcomes that
That-
fear.
That's not
So-
necessarily confirmed.
Wouldn't
So,
count.
we don't
He
know.
walks out of the water. They have to
Yeah,
fight
he walks
in
away
the water.
from the water, Liam. He doesn't walk into it.
Yeah,
he was
that's
fighting
true.
in the water, and he's not like water.
He wasn't.
Like,
he wasn't
emerging
fighting in the
from it.
water. He wasn't
Yeah.
fighting. He was on a dock, and it got
And they
blown
fell
up.
in
And he
the
got thrown
water,
into the
and
water.
he fucking. That's when he chopped Freddy's fucking head off.
He
Freddy's
didn't
head
chop.
didn't
No,
just like
no,
Freddy's
you
body
are incorrect. That is incorrect. He did not chop off Freddy's head. He stabbed Freddy with his own arm, and then the girl once again had to come in and finish the deal by cutting off Freddy's head.
He still
I'm
had
just saying.
killed Freddy by stabbing him through the fucking chest.
Was
Oh,
Freddy
Lord.
dead? Was Freddy
Probably
dead when
not.
that happened?
Freddy wasn't even dead.
Was Freddy dead?
wasn't even dead
No.
when you cut his head off because he winks
Was-
at the camera.
Exactly.
Was Jason dead? Did you? Oh, could he have beaten Jason? I don't think so, or he would have.
Well, I mean,
SpaghettiOs.
I mean, technically he was, and they had to do a reshoot. So, I mean, if you want to go by that, we can go by that because the original ending didn't even have that happen. I mean, we can go all day. We can go all day.
Behind the scenes trivia. What are we even
But-
talking about here? This is a farce.
I mean,
No, I like
This
this.
Death Battle
You-
cast is a
look,
farce, I say.
If you're going to
Oh, this
bring
thing
up
fell over.
the fight with two zombie Jason clones going against Uber Jason, I'm going to pull it all out here.
Okay. Who wins between Kane Hodder and fucking Robert Englund? Let's think about that one for just a second.
Kane Hodder's a stunt man. Of course
Yeah,
he's going to
exactly.
win.
He rips Robert Englund like in half, like a fucking like Shao Kahn.
Although if you're bringing reality into it, I feel like you start edging into New Nightmare territory at that point.
I was gonna. I had
Yeah.
that impulse too. I've never
Yeah.
seen that. I hear it's.
Man.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh. That
I feel like
movie's
it's
so
mixed
good.
things, but I feel like it just sounds awesome.
I think now is the perfect time to watch New Nightmare. I think the way that movie is made and how meta it is, like people will like respect it more now. Than they
It's
did
a little.
back
It was a
then.
little ahead of its time.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, they took a lot of what they were doing in New Nightmare and made like scream from it.
Yep.
So
All
it's
right.
cool. Like you'll really like it.
That's gonna
Here's
be-
here's what I'm getting. We're gonna go to what's going on here in just a second, and then we'll come back for the community death battle to settle this once and for all. Remember, if you guys are already feeling swayed, you guys can vote. If you guys are watching right now live, we're live every Wednesday at noon Central. Come hang out with us in the chat. It's a lot of fun. But yes, you can vote if you're on mobile. You can use #1 to vote for Freddy or #2 to vote for Jason. Hey, I just wanted to take a moment and let you know that this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Feeling more confident is always a good New Year's resolution, and Blue Chew is here to help you step up to the plate. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but as a chewable tablet, and at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And it's all done online, so no doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no going to the pharmacy. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. And we've got a special deal for our Death Battle cast viewers. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code DBC at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code DBC to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. But what it sounds to me is like this is really just a question of, can Freddy absolutely get Jason into the dream world? And if he does, I mean, well, we'll see. All right. But
No.
we'll table
the
that for a
answer is
second.
No.
no, okay. We'll table that for a
Did it
second.
once.
And instead, we're going to talk about what's going on. What's going on, Grayson?
Oh, nothing much. Just went through a complete rebrand. We've got that currently going on. We've been Hang Time. We were originally Game Attack, and we decided that, Game Attack really doesn't fit us. So we want to change up the name, and we went with Hang Time because it makes more sense because we're hanging out with the community. We're going out and doing other things, and it's just overall just a fun experience that we like to have. It's like you're going over to a friend's house. So we changed it over to Hang Time.
And for anybody that doesn't know, they stream on Twitch.
Yeah, I was just about to go into that. We stream on Twitch. We stream Monday through Friday, and we have 3 different YouTube channels. We have a podcast channel. We have a Hang Time Raw, which is all of our previous Twitch streams that we've done. So if you want to check out what we've done, and then we have just regular Hang Time, which we'll be putting more stuff on later. We also have a website you can go and check out if you want to know more about the host. You can go to hangtime.gg. We have all of our merch and everything there as well. So if you'd like to check out any of that, please do that. I'd like to meet some new faces
Fully
and see what's
chilling.
going on. What?
Yeah, no, it's great. And like, honestly, guys, like I pop into their chat all the time. I'll pull up their stream. They even have a special greeting for me that Sean paid
We
someone
sure
to record,
do.
and then Chase programmed a robot that the first time I talk in chat for the day, it will give me my whole intro.
Can I talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I go ahead and talk about DJ franchise? That's right. We got our own DJ who will actually talk every time Chad comes into chat or anytime we ban someone. We have it actually set up to where it's automatic to whenever we ban somebody, it will pop up and say that they've been banned from DJ franchise. Probably one of the coolest things we've ever set up. And Chad loves it whenever DJ franchise talks about it. Don't you, Chad? Don't you? Huh?
We'll see how long it goes. But yes, the thing that was very funny was that just to give me shit, Sean actually paid someone to record.
Yeah, he did.
That stuff. Dude, he was so excited the first time I joined in since he had done that. Anyway,
oh my God.
you
should have heard him whenever we first got the audio. He's like, Grayson, you gotta listen to this. Just listen to this. And he was like, it was like a kid on Christmas morning. He was so happy. He had a smile like the Grinch on and everything. And it was 5 minutes of audio of just nonstop Chad rants. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was great.
But yeah, guys, go check out Hang Time. They're streaming. They're literally live right now if you guys are watching live. And yeah, give them a follow so you can check them out on Twitch. They do a lot of really, really fun stuff. So there's so you guys play a lot of different types of video games.
We do. We have a variety of games that we like to play. We also do a lot of IRL content. So we try to mix it up to get as many unique viewers in as we can. So
like IKEA Hell Day.
Yeah, like IKEA Hell Day, to where they come in and punish me to the point where I can't build anything. I already struggle as it is building stuff, but they make it even more difficult. Or Bob Ross Hell Day, to where I have to paint with a pickle.
So
we've done a lot of wild
you
stuff.
had to spray a lot of chrome paint in your mouth on that stream.
I did. They made me paint 3 times.
Is that bad for you? Is that like lead
Oh no,
poisoning?
Sean looked it up and made sure he got the ones that was like
yeah.
that had the extra lead in them.
The edible, okay.
But the problem is that I've been eating spicy Cheetos. So whenever I sprayed it on there, some ingredient inside of that reacted with the spicy Cheetos and just immediately felt like my mouth caught on fire. Like it literally felt like there was a blowtorch on my lips. It was so bad.
Oh shit!
It was horrible. It's up there as one of the worst pains I've ever had. It was bad, and I still had 3 more hours left to do. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's funny. But yeah, if you guys are watching live, go ahead, pull up a new tag, go to twitch.tv/hangtime. Go give him a follow, maybe say hi in the chat, let him know you came from Death Battlecast. Tell Shawnee sucks or something.
Yeah, you could do that. He'll know why.
Yeah. And you guys got a bunch of big plans on the horizon. You're building the new office, which is almost done.
We'll have,
if it doesn't get delayed again.
Hopefully we'll have the new office up by March. Chad, I don't know if you heard about our internet thing, but yeah, that's fun. $1,200 for internet, whatever. Pretty cool stuff. And then on February 7th, we actually have a big thing coming out. If you don't mind me talking about it a little bit.
Go for it.
We have Fallout As Long As You Want It. We're going to start out with Fallout New Vegas, and depending on the support we get, we might go all the way through to Fallout 4, depending on how it goes. We've done this before with Persona. We played 128 hours of Persona 5 nonstop.
Oh, I actually just finished Persona 5.
You brave soul. Oh my gosh. That game.
Completionist.
Oh man. Did you platinum it?
Yeah, I platinumed it. Yeah. I almost did all of the Thieves Den too. I just didn't want to do the fucking fishing mini game. I just was like, I'm not gonna I was like, oh, I should do it to finish the Thieves Den, and I was like, no, I could do anything else with my life. What the fuck? But no, I am 90 something percent done with the Thieves Den. It was like 160 hours. Yeah. It's insane.
Did you say a fishing mini game?
There's when you can go to Ichigaya and you can fish, and there's like a thing where if you win 100,000 points, you get like a thing in the Thieves Den, but each fish is like 100 points. So I was like, there's absolutely no fucking way I'm doing this.
I played for 128 hours and didn't know that. Didn't even know that existed. I would have been fishing.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
That's funny.
I went with Kawakami. Actually, I dated everybody because I wanted the Valentine's Day sequence. But
yeah,
Kawakami is the best. Come on.
I mean, the chat has put you guys through a lot of As Long As You Want It, right? That's been Persona's been the one. The As Long As You Want It Personas have been the one, and that's why we're going to try out Fallout to see if they really go after it like they went after Persona, because we did Persona 5 and 4, which I thought 4 was way shorter than 5, and it's not. We did 100
I think our Persona 4 playthrough was 118 hours, I think, is how long we went on that one.
Jesus.
And that's we did not cut the stream. Like, we just kept going.
Yeah.
And it was brutal, but awesome
Yep.
at the same time. I like Persona 4 more than I like 5.
And even when you guys
That's
aren't
crazy.
doing it as long as you want it, sometimes you punish yourselves for whatever reason, like, completing an entire Pokemon Let's Play with only Geodudes and not being able to start.
Didn't I? I did it, didn't I? It took me 42 hours to get my shiny Geodude, which was named Nugget. And I beat the game with only Nugget too. I beat the last boss with one Pokemon. Never switched it out. Beat the whole last boss with just one Geodude. Just saying, yeah, I might have cheesed it a little bit and just healed up because I had sturdy. So every time it healed me, I just healed up and waited for him to run out of PP. Yeah, I might have done that. Still won. Still won.
But
That's
yes,
all I'm
with
saying.
all Geodudes, and they couldn't start until they got their shiny Geodude. So it was how many days? Like 3 or 4 days of just walking in a circle before you guys got it?
Yeah, we stayed in that first cave you go into in Pearl, and I walked around for 42 hours and 53 minutes, I do believe. I ended up having to go watch Sing 2 3 times and Marvel Eternals once. So it was a fun time. Sing 2 is great.
Are you telling
I'm
me
about
that
to say-
you?
Yeah, Sing 2 is great.
Yeah, they donated. They had incentives, and he had to then go see Sing while
Mhm.
they're farming.
That is a
Yeah.
scathing indictment of the Eternals, if I've ever heard one.
Man, Eternals, I kid you not, I left to watch Eternals at 4:00 because the movie started at 4:15. I didn't get home until 9:30.
What?
I only live 5 to 10 minutes away from my apartment. Like,
What? Is it that
what is
long?
happening? It's with the trailers. I think the trailers were like 30 minutes around that, and it's about 2 hours and 40 minutes long. It's about 20 minutes longer than it's supposed to be. Like,
mean,
Oh,
The name-
well, yeah.
the
I
name
feel
is
like
supposed
every
to-
movie these days is like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
longer than-
if you're about to say the name fits, yes, you are correct. You are absolutely correct.
Because you feel like you're there for eternity.
Yes, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff on Game Attack's channel, on Hake Time's channel.
It's okay.
And like honestly, like from video games to just crazy challenges, like they put themselves through a lot, and it's very entertaining. So go check them out, and they're good friends of ours. Like, I mean, Sean used to work for Screw Attack, so
Mhm.
yeah, go check them out. All right.
Dad, you're so sweet. Thank you. You're sweet.
Aw, I'm sweet at times. No, just kidding.
At times, you are correct.
Yeah. All right, cool. So then let's get to figuring out who's gonna win this community death battle. All right.
Liam.
That was a fun little
Answer.
side moment to talk about our friends' stuff, and you should go support them. But now it's back to the debate: Freddy versus Jason. Who's gonna win? I remember you guys. If you have the live chat open, you can click on there to cast your vote. Or if you guys are watching on mobile, you can #1 to vote for Freddy, or #2 to vote for Jason. So I think the last thing we just need to talk about before we start collecting all the votes and everything is the dream world scenario, because I feel like if Freddy can get Jason into the dream world, it's over. But Liam, you say that he will not be able to do that.
No, that's not happening. And even if he does, shit's not going to matter. Shit is not going to matter because he was whooping Freddy's ass in the dream world, regardless. So he's not gonna get him in the dream world anyways. He's gonna fucking fall asleep. Oh, he's gonna try to possess him. Well, then Jason possesses him right back. It's not gonna not gonna matter.
But
and
Jason's
Jason's gonna
possession
slap
is
him.
different, because Freddy's is kind
Yeah.
of like ghosty, right? Like,
Yeah.
But Jason's is like his essence is actually this demon worm that then goes into people.
It's weird because like the worm doesn't show up until the end, and like you don't really see it until it tries to be reborn by going into another Voorhees bloodline. Like it all starts off by him eating a heart, so I'm not exactly sure how he possesses other
You know, is the
people.
worm in the heart, or
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, it's
weird.
like an
like-
apple. It's- oh.
I do have to say
Yeah.
that scene of was the FBI just blowing him away was one of my favorite
Yeah.
scenes in horror of all time. Just like using cameras to trick him into the arena and then just lighting him up from all sides. Just fantastic.
Right, they're finally treating it like they should. They should have this entire time and just be like, just call the FBI and just fucking annihilate him. Like, sticking around.
That does nothing.
I don't think that scene gets talked about enough, and I'm really glad you brought that up. But legit, that's up there with one of the greatest openings ever of a horror movie. Because when those lights kicked on, those lights kick on, you're like, yo, they brought the whole SWAT force? Like, this is insane. There's like 100 people here.
It recontextualizes everything, and you're like, right, they could have just shot him.
It's amazing. Like, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a really overlooked scene, honestly.
Is that in 7?
That's in Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah,
Jason Goes to Hell.
I think that's why people talk about it too much, because people don't like that one so much. But it opens pretty strong.
It does.
Freddy brings Jason to the dream world, and it's that exact moment. He's on the field, it lights up, and then the firing squad happens again.
Yeah, he just takes that moment and just does it, and that's the thing that I keep on bringing up. The other thing to remember about bringing Jason into that realm is, like, Freddy could try over and over and over again until the point where he finally locks down how Jason is and then brings him into the dream world. Like, he can constantly possess people. It's not like it's one possession he's done. He'll die in that body and be like, peace, I'll be back. Like, I'm gonna try again.
Right, but the fight is over at that point, right? Like,
not necessarily.
Like, he won the fight. Jason wins.
Doesn't he
no?
He's got like a cooldown on coming back, right?
Yeah.
What does it take?
I don't know how long it honestly takes. I mean, whenever the guy dies in Freddy versus Jason, I guess he hops out because you see the guy's eyes like light up and then he dies. But I don't think he still technically dies from that. I mean, the charge rate is probably like what? He comes back from 3 to 4 is probably like maybe a year, and Freddy comes back by the dog peeing the fire. So
yeah,
now a year I think falls. I think that would
qualify.
Like,
is that for characters that can come back, like Kratos, for example? If you kill Kratos, he can just crawl his way back out at the end of it, right? But we would still count it.
Yes, you're right.
So it's whether or not he's out of the battle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It depends on how fast. Like, if you can do it like instantly, then whatever, it doesn't matter. Then we keep going. But it's like, no, like, there's some time. We'll count that as like a death. But yeah,
Jason. That's my argument. That's my argument. Splayed arms.
Why didn't you start with
Jason.
that, Liam? Maybe that would have.
Yeah,
Jason.
Jason.
I mean, I get it, dude. Like, I love Jason. I probably have over 30 different Jason figures in my house because I collect them. Like, I get it. But like, when it comes down to it, whenever you
not the ones you had to open with the sauce, though, right? Those are gone, right?
Chad, why you gotta bring that up, dude? Why you gotta bring up? That's just no. I don't have the ones that I covered in sauce. It's a sad day for me, Chad. You know that.
Yeah, but Grayson loves his collectibles in the chat page. I have him open some of them with sauce on his fingers, so he just got them all. It's hard to watch.
I don't know what happened to me, but like. Whenever I was 18, I got a Michael Myers figure, and for some reason, I just was like, I'm not going to open it. And now I haven't been able to open a figure since. So all of my figures are in box, never open. So they literally, like, for instance, my Part 5, Jason, not open.
Just on hand.
Not open. It's just sitting
Which
here.
is the best movie of each franchise?
Oof. That's hard. For me, whenever I go Friday the 13th, it's a tie of the final Friday, which is 4, final chapter, which is part 4 for Jason, or 6, because
that's
6 he's like 6 opens up with like a 007 scene, so like, you got to go with that. And then
what?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's incredible. Like, I highly recommend watching 6. Like, I would start you off with 6 just to let you have fun with it. Yeah. 6 or 8, because 8's so bad. It's like Jason X. Like, 8's so bad that it's good. Which that's something you didn't bring up, and I'm kind of surprised. And I'll go ahead and I'll throw this over or throw this to you. Like, Jason could technically teleport, and that's even shown up.
I said it very briefly. I mentioned.
Okay, I didn't know if you brought up teleporting or not.
Down.
Yeah,
I said he could teleport, but
that's how he's always showing up behind people in a doorway.
Yeah. I think it is canonically described as teleportation.
But as
weird
far
thing
as
to not delve into and just give to him, but it makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like a big joke.
Especially in 8, because he's all over the place in 8. Like, I don't even know what's going on in that movie. But as far as like the best Nightmare on Elm Streets, I mean, 1 1, 3,
okay.
and New Nightmare are all the those are the best ones. Like 1 is without a doubt the best of the series because even though that movie was made in the 80s, it's still great today.
Yeah, it's actually like a scary, seriously scary movie.
It's very good, and Freddy's like genuinely creepy in that movie. So
yeah, before he got like super campy.
I really like Halloween. I saw the first Halloween recently, and I really like that.
This rocks. That's my bread and butter. That's my all-time go-to. Got a tattoo of it on my arm and everything. So
so sick.
Yeah, he loves Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Don't. Chad, don't. I have almost gotten people to stop with that. Do not bring it up to a new audience.
Wait, Rob Zombie made a Halloween movie?
Yes.
I know that I already knew that, but I just wanted to get that reaction.
Oh, God, it's so bad. It's not even Michael
really
at that
grody.
point.
I remember
it is.
Came out. It looked really
so dirty.
Dingy. Yeah, it looked like dirty.
Really looking forward to that Monsters movie.
You know, I will say, looking at the screenshots and everything, it doesn't look bad.
Monsters movie?
Oh yeah,
Rob Zombie.
Yep. I'm being dead serious.
Are you shitting me?
No.
What was the last movie Rob Zombie made?
That's insane.
I think 3 from Hell was the last one he made.
We need we need a new fucking Addams Family.
They just did.
They did the animated ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're the animated ones.
Yeah,
they're
all right.
Yeah. We need to resurrect what's his name?
Raul Julia.
Raul Julia, one of the best actors of our generation, taken before his prime. We need to bring him back to life and then have him do
I know, right?
Family again.
Oh, man, have him do M. Bison.
I was about to say that Bison though.
That's the thing is that he's such a good actor that he elevates that movie with his Bison is not ironically good. It's actually good. Because he is this amazing actor.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
Every Street Fighter game that comes out, I keep hoping one day we will get the Raul Julia and Bison skin.
Yeah.
I hope one day they can finally lock that in because I would buy that Street Fighter game even if I hated it. I would buy it just for that.
Well, you can.
Yeah, of course.
Grayson, you can.
What?
You can just go purchase Street Fighter the movie, the video game.
Well, yeah, that is true. I'm talking about recent. Now, look, I'll agree with you. Hey, Sawada goes hard in the paint in that game.
Dude.
He comes in running like that, it's over.
And then they just added Akuma for some reason who wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
And they just put a dude in a fucking
He looks really dumb. That Akuma looks so fucking funny.
I just love that it's Street Fighter the movie, the video game.
Yeah, it is. And guess who was on that cab?
Yeah, I think I was watching at one point. They were pitching that as the next Street Fighter, like the official numbered Street Fighter.
Yeah,
but they realized how stupid that was.
Oh God! Imagine if that was Street Fighter 3.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no! God,
imagine a fucking alternate universe where we didn't get Street Fighter 3. We got that instead.
That's
the worst. I'm tearing up.
Don't do that.
Hey, there's enough bad in my life right now that we don't need to take out literally probably my favorite game of all time.
Don't you dare!
Fighting game of all time.
Don't you dare take Dudley away from me, okay? Don't take Dudley. You can do whatever you want.
Everything about the Street Fighter 3 is the coolest thing ever. As someone that did not grow up playing it, as someone that played it in college for the first time, that has to be the sickest fucking game ever. Everything's so cool.
Oh yeah,
the music is perfect. God, the music is so good.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
Sorry, I'm not gonna get. All right, I can go off that. We're gonna go.
I downloaded this remix of the NYC 99 thing that I play when I walk around New York. It's the perfect.
It's all about Remy.
Sunset. It's the Sunset remix. It's fucking great. You can get it.
Yeah. The Remy theme is where I go. That's my.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh man, it's all
everyone's favorite.
All too good, too good. You'll get me way off track if we keep talking about Third Strike.
Yeah,
I'll talk right there with you too. I'll go all. I'll lock right in there with you.
He was so cool.
All right.
Well,
let's go ahead, guys. This is your last chance. If you haven't submitted your votes right now, go do it. Click the option you want. If you're on mobile, #1 for Freddy, #2 for Jason, because we're gonna be closing the poll here in just a few seconds or minutes.
I think my favorite comment from the comment section was if New Nightmare is canon, then and Freddy exists in the real world, then he can just stop Jason movies from ever being made again.
That's true.
He doesn't have to. It's called the fucking.
That's true.
It's called reality.
I mean, that's
Freddy does seem to have some fourth wall breaking ability since he winks at the audience.
He does.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's absolutely true because they can just be like, yo, my movies are there, which means your movies are there. Let's just go ahead and wipe
Yeah,
that
but
out of
here's the thing.
existence.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If he would hop into the real world, then he would see this death battle cast, and he would see how good of an argument I'm making, and he would just kill himself like on the spot. Like, there's no way. There's no
think he
fucking
could
way
be,
I can handle this.
honestly, I think he'd be just sitting there like, yo, my man Grayson over there, he got it. He's locked in. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it.
There you go. All right, Sam, do you have anything we're going to be pulling up, or Brian? Either of my voices behind the curtain?
That's a no.
Yeah, no, we're not pulling anything up. Great, awesome. So we did great. We did great on this one, y'all. So we weren't able to get a Twitter poll up, so we're going to be short one vote. So that's fine. We'll just move on to. We're going to start, I guess, with what Billy and I think. Billy, why don't you go?
I can't see any way it's not Freddy in the end, like endurance wise. We didn't really establish any hard rules on where this is taking place. I just feel like Freddy's going to win the fight. in a situation where they're not trying to appease everybody at the end of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, that I do feel that is why Jason won in the movie. It was very weighted to be like the fan favorite. Look at Liam rolling his eyes because he knows he's gonna lose.
I mean, we went over here. Like in the end, they're both gonna get back up anyway. It's just a matter of who's getting back up first.
Yep. I too am leaning towards Freddy. So I'm gonna cast my vote for Freddy.
Throw in a pity vote so that we'd have a two
dead man's tie.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a chance. Let's go with since we didn't have a Twitter vote. Let's go. We'll say Sam's answer counts as the Twitter vote. Sam, what do you want?
We have the RT. We have the
Yeah.
poll.
Yeah. Well, I want to save the poll for last.
Okay. Then it would be an even. Whatever.
All right. Never mind. Fine. Okay. I don't care. No, I was trying to help Liam out.
Well, do it live.
We have to keep it on.
But now I'm not. All right. That's fine. No, it's okay. It's fine. Let's go. Let's see what the chat voted. Let's see who did the better job of swaying.
Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
No way!
We've never had this before. We've never done this before.
So what happens now?
I think you should stick with your Jason vote, Chad, and it's appropriate.
Oh my
Brian,
God!
are they exactly even?
Whoa!
Down to the actual numeric vote counts. They are.
Hey, you know what? Horror fans win, and that's what it is right there. That's what it is. Man, that's nuts.
We've never had that happen before, Gray. This
Like
is,
ever?
No, we've never had an exact number. Like we've had to be really close.
Oh my God!
But that
That
all
genuinely
the
was
chat
shocking.
is just like popping up. As my mind is blown right now.
So what happens now? Are we just like? Oh,
I guess now we actually do have to ask Sam.
I said that would count for a vote for each of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, so
then it would
we got. I said Freddy, and then Billy said Freddy. I said Freddy. Chat will then I guess say one for Freddy and then also one for Jason.
Yeah.
And so I guess I mean so that's gonna mean
so
that Freddy's gonna take this.
Yeah.
Jason wins.
Maybe we just put this up on Twitter after the fact and get another 50-50.
Yeah, maybe. I'm
my
just
God.
like,
I mean, we're gonna have to because
I
that's.
feel like just be as fair as possible, right?
Yeah.
I honestly no. I feel like me memeing was what pulled me through the.
Hey, I'm gonna be real.
Think there
You
were some
fought
pity
really
votes.
hard.
Yeah, no.
Like you came in hot because whenever I was setting this up, I no lie. I woke up early this morning and I was like, I'm gonna read up on both of them just to get a little refresher.
Yeah.
And I was reading and I was like, man, I don't know. And then they were like, all right, you're gonna be on Freddy. I was like, word, I'm gonna go with this hard. But no matter what, I like whoever would have won, I've been like, word, you got it.
There.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
dude, I'm
You did
just
good.
blown away. The chat too, when I watched it catch up and everybody's just like, what? Like I want to say that we just call this one a tie then because of the chat. That is so
Yeah, that
insane.
sounds-
That down to the exact numerical value.
That's
we have
crazy.
an even. I also saw
Man,
That doesn't even
Scoopy in the
make
chat was
sense.
like, I didn't vote, but I'm ready to be
God.
bribed.
this is. I mean, this is cool. Like the chat, y'all slamming for bringing this in. Like that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
But for real, I mean, Freddy wins.
Yeah.
Liam the
I mean,
underdog. Sure.
There's there's 4 people here, and of the 3, we said Freddy won. So I'm just saying,
No,
whatever.
but and I count for 5.
You count for 5 people?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is there a problem?
All right. Man,
No.
that was wild. I'm gonna be thinking about that like all day. Be like, wow, I can't believe that happened. Maybe
awesome.
maybe we should actually do this as a death battle. I know we say that a lot, but that's crazy.
Nuts.
Grayson, thank you for joining us. You did a great
Thank
job.
you for having me. I appreciate that. This
Yeah,
was
I
a
hope
lot
you
of
had
fun.
fun.
I had a blast talking to all y'all. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you back sometime. And I think I want
Oh
to
yeah.
I want to get PETA on soon too.
Oh yeah. He'd be super excited about that. So
Yeah, maybe I'll just surprise him with that Vaporeon thing. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, guys. Make sure you go check out Hangtime, twitch.tv/Hangtime. Go say what's up. Give them a follow so you can watch them whenever it's convenient for you guys, and you'll have a lot of fun. I promise you won't regret it. So thank you guys as always. Stay chill and all that stuff that Ben says, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
bye bye.
No, no!